Hello and welcome to another episode of Kwesi's Corner with me, the so-called Kwesi. Today we are going to be talking about these beauties, the Bosphorus Black Pearl. These are amazing little cymbals. They're not little, they're actually huge. I mean, this is flipping huge, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But you'll see more of that up next. Alright, so here we have the Bosphorus Black Pearl Series of cymbals. They are one of the earlier models, not too early, but they obviously would come before the Syncopation 20th anniversary. Okay, so the Black Pearl is basically a mixture of two ranges of cymbals. Okay, you have the Master Vintage, which is unlathed, as you can see. This is unlaid like a Master Vintage, and you have the Master Series, which is looks like a traditional finish, very very thin. So what they've said in their little jargon is that the Bosphorus Black Pearl Series has the definition of the Master Vintage, being unlathed to a certain degree, as you can see, and the richness in tone of the Master Series. So we have these cymbals. They're primarily very thin. You know, a lot of these Black Pearl models, as you can see, I'm going to give it a little bend. I mean, this one's not the thinnest, funny enough, but this one is not the thinnest one that we have either. But there you go. Tried to use all my strength on that one. Jeez. And you got these hats as well, which are fairly thin. But they range in thickness. Obviously, Bosphorus being a handmade cymbal company, they come in various thicknesses, size ranges, etc. The crashes range from 16 to 19 inches. The hats range from 14 to 16, or you could have 13 if you wanted, if you ordered that. And the ride ranges from 20 to 26 inches. That's right, people, 26 inches of ridiculousness. First of the hats. So they have a really light feel to them. I wouldn't say they're as crunchy as some. Very delicate. They open up quite nicely. Got quite a whooshy open and shut thing. Obviously, it's a large cymbal, but it maintains a sort of bright pitch, even though it's lathed. Yeah, there's a lot of surface area to play with, as you can see. But next up, we have the Black Pearl Crash. This one is a bit heavier. Again, very because it's lathed, it's going to fall quite quickly sustain wise, but the attack is on point. I mean, it's got a really wild kind of rushing, thunderous crash to it, and then it descends quite quickly sustain wise. Prominent bell on that as well, so you can, for all intents and purposes, use this as a little small wild kind of ride if you wanted to. So there's a lot of scope to play with these cymbals. We do have thinner ones that ring out even more, but this one has got a good amount of decay, but not too much, which makes it quite friendly in the studio. Next up, we have this Black Pearl ride. This one's 23 inches. It's a beast. It's a beast. And for those of you who feel that they can't find, you're like, oh, I really like this, you know, after watching this video, I like the sound of the cymbal, but I can't afford a bag. Protection racket, do those bags, and yes, it will fit in. And also, I think we've got a few bags that, you know, when we sell this cymbal in 23 inches, it goes. I have a 23-inch syncopation ride myself, and I can tell you it does fit into both bags because I have both. But yes, this is a 23-inch ride. This is one of the heavier ones. We actually do have a lighter one in stock. This has really, really good definition. I'm surprised at something so big having such good definition, controlled definition, and the bell is sweet. Because the thing is, with a lot of these cymbals, especially a lot of the Bosphorus cymbals, they tend to have a lot of their rides tend to be quite integrated. So you don't get that ping ping out, but this one you do get that ping ping and you get the ding ding. You know what I'm saying? So there's a good balance. It does roar. You can really set it off once you're hitting the edge, but at the same time, you got that controllability that would only be suited, for certain styles. But it's quite a specific cymbal. It's quite a unique cymbal. But at the same time, you can, as I said earlier, it's meant for specific styles. But at the same time, you can really use this to great effect in other styles. Okay, my thoughts on this. Basically, you have here a potential set for a load of styles of music. Indie kind of music would work very well with this. Obviously, jazz as a given, but kind of the kind of styles of music that would require a lot of sound, but in a small package. There's a huge palette to play with. I see a crash and a ride and all kinds of other bits in one cymbal. This is also very usable. The hats, so it's got this kind of tumultuous sound altogether, like a Russian kind of wave kind of thing, which I really like about these. These have this kind of brash sustain on it, which is appealing for certain styles. So I don't have any Black Pearl myself, which is poor. Might have to organise some free ones from Mark after this video. But on a serious note, they sound amazing. They sound amazing, and really hearing them up front, up close, you'll understand what I mean. They were really a joy to play and lay into, and definitely one of my more favoured models when it comes to what Bosphorus have got. So one to look out for, one to consider when thinking about a slightly different sound to your palette in terms of something aggressive yet controllable, which is there's a fine line, you know what I'm saying? So it's a good alternative. Check them out. And thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, please do let us know. Give us a little like, give us a little subscribe. I'm sure the boss would love that. Let us know what you thought of these Black Pearlies. Did they appeal to you? A bit too washy for you? Are they just right? Let us know in the comments below, and give us some feedback, man. We want to know what you're saying, because that's what we're doing it for, isn't it? Later.